My name is Linda. I am a mother of three children, and one of those children overdosed and died in 20 and 24. So, since April of 2024, the TikTok has been my journey of grief, my journey of living with somebody and loving an addict, which was my daughter, and this journey of self discovery. And today, as I kind of reflect, sometimes our life can get so busy with things that we're doing, the goals that we have, the tasks that we have with our work, with our kids, with our husbands, with our leaky faucets, our leaky roofs, and the things that we just got going on, the broken down cars, that we don't stop. And sometimes when we stop, we discover that the journey that we've been on was filled with a whole lot of stuff at some point that we didn't think we'd make it through. Other things has been things that we're so proud that we learned and we overcome and we accomplished, and other parts of our journey where we discovered we probably weren't as strong as we were, and we didn't have quite the skill set that we thought we did. So throughout that journey, sometimes we have to stop and we have to look backwards. We have to look through that rear view mirror of our life, and we got to see about where we've come from, where we started, where we are, and the distance that we went, and what we've learned along the way. I always use the analogy in a treatment group, and I always talk about this car because a lot of times life is a lot like a car. You get into the car and we're focused just on the windshield. Where are we going? Where's our goals? Where's the next gas station? Where's the next place to stop and eat? Where's the bathroom? We're focused on where we want to get to, how long it's going to take to get there, and how much closer we are to getting to that goal. We sometimes are not paying attention to what's going on beside us. We're not paying attention to what's went on behind us. And sometimes we have some navigational issues. We don't really know what's going on inside of us. What are our thoughts? What are our feelings? What are our reactions? Where are we struggling? Why are we acting the way we're acting? Why do we say what we said? What's going on with us? And when you drive a car, you need all of those components at once. Your windshield's important because it tells you where you're going. Your side window is important because it tells you what's going on next to you. And the back window is also important because it shows you where you've went. Shows you what's behind you, what needs to stay behind you, and sometimes it'll show you what you missed. Also, the navigational skills, those are important too. I always use the analogy in group that you drive this car and the dash is broken and your windows are blacked out with this tent that you can only see where you're going and only see what's going forward. You don't know how fast you're going, you don't know how much gas you got, you don't know why you're overheating, and you don't know sometimes if you're going forward, backward, or sideways because your gear shift doesn't work the right way. And some of us have drove cars like that. I've drove a car before back in my younger day where we had to keep the tank topped up every day, and we had to top off the water in the radiator because both of them didn't work correctly. And sometimes we're trying to patch together ourselves because we're not working correctly. So having a past is super important because it shows you where you've been, where you've grown, and it's an important reminder of what you really need to pay attention to so you don't miss out on it again. Having that directional gear is so important. What are you thinking? What are you feeling? How are you behaving and why? And also learning to make changes. Like you make changes when you're going to the beach or you're going on a vacation. You make changes sometimes. You make adjustments. And you got to make adjustments in yourself. Always we're having to tune ourselves up. I'm always having to tune myself up. And in the last year, breaking my leg and losing my daughter, I've had to learn a lot about myself. I've had to learn about some of the things that I missed and some of the things that I have to pull away and leave in the rearview mirror. I had to leave my daughter in 2024, and that was really hard to reflect on. And it still is hard. It's hard to even wrap my mind around. Um, I've had to pay attention to what I still have in my life and what's important in my life. And I've had to pay attention to how I'm doing on the journey. Am I overheating? Am I going too fast? Am I going too slow? Am I going the right direction? And I've also had to focus on, where do I want to go now? All of those are all an important part of my life and my journey. And I think sometimes if you don't slow down long enough, you don't take that inventory of yourself, you don't realize what needs to be fixed.